I'm just gonna stop there. I don't want YouTube to like flag my videos for some weird stuff, okay? I'm just trying to help you without getting removed from YouTube.
What if I wake up happy? And what if I wake up sad?
Oh, hey, it's that time of the month. Well, maybe it's not for you, but when it is, and if it is, I want to help make it better because I know the struggle is real. If you're like me, I was always that girl who would hear another girl say, oh my gosh, I just don't get cramps. And I would look at her and be like, what planet did you come from? I can't relate at all. So I want to help you because I can relate to the excruciating pain, the pain that you just want to lay on the bathroom floor because the tile is cold, or the pain that makes you not even want to get out of your bed so that you can crawl to get Advil, because that was me. So I'm not a doctor, but I have experienced excruciatingly painful periods, and I just wanted to share my story in hopes that it can help you, because every single period that I've had since implementing these exact steps that I'm going to share with you has gotten better, up to the point that my last period, literally, I did not have any pain. I can't even believe that I'm saying that out loud. So I want to help you. So here's my cheesy joke, is that we do not have to go with the flow. That periods should just be miserable every single month. And I spent every single period I've ever had miserable, and I just didn't even know that there could be a possibly slightly even better way. So even if this can slightly help you, that is my goal. So get ready, because you are about to get the inside scoop. And when I say I'm giving you all the details, I mean all the details, the nitty gritty, the exact steps, every single thing that I did, from supplements, workouts, food, everything. So here is to periods that don't suck, or that suck a little less. You know what I mean? Okay. I love you. Let's chat. Like you're my best friend ever. I'm gonna tell you everything.
'Cause all I want is you.
I'm about to do my workout right now, which I'm so excited to do my workout. I want to talk to you in this video about my journey to pain-free periods. You guys know that I've had hypothyroidism, and so I kind of wanted to bring you through my day, and I'll bring you through my workout, but I did want to give you just a couple quick tips of exactly the things that I did to help support my hormones. I feel like these are just things that have radically transformed my body. So first of all, none of this is medical advice. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not giving you any sort of medical advice whatsoever. I am a certified personal trainer and a certified nutrition coach through the National Academy of Sports Medicine, but I am not a medical professional. But what I will say is I am going to give you the exact things that I did to support my hormones, in turn supporting my metabolism. If you haven't watched the metabolism video that I made a few months ago, definitely do not overlook that video. You should actually go back and watch that video, maybe when you're done watching this video. But I want to get a little bit more personal in my story with like hypothyroidism, and yeah, the exact things that I did. I'll even show you the supplements I'm currently taking, and I'll kind of talk about that because I didn't really do that in the other video. I literally cannot believe I'm going to be 25 next week. But anyway, when I was a teenager, I really struggled with an eating disorder. I really struggled with binge eating. That really messed up my metabolism and hormones. Anytime anybody says that, we automatically think metabolism, how you look, how fast your metabolism can be. I feel like I just want to get rid of that, like, I don't know, stigma. When I'm talking about metabolism, I am genuinely talking about on a cellular level, how our body literally uses the energy that we feed it and give it. And so your metabolism and your hormones are just, they cannot even be separated. They're so interconnected, and Meester's barking in the background. Anyway, when we support our metabolism, we are supporting our hormones. And so for a long time, I just genuinely did not understand that. Be empowered to be an advocate for your own health. And so when I'm going to tell you these steps right now, I'm not saying that you should do it because I say that you should do it. In fact, I think you shouldn't do it just because I say that, you know, that's what I do. I say that you should do your own research, be an advocate for your own health, be empowered to make informed decisions about what you eat, how you take care of your body. It's also very a mental journey, because we've all been at different places with our bodies and our self-image and all that kind of stuff. So this has taken me many years. Everyone is different, but I will say that everyone is not different in the sense that we need nourishment to not only keep your heart beating and your blood moving, but it needs nutrients so that you can have energy throughout the day, and that so that you can feel fully alive and good. All that to say is this past summer, I was just experiencing these certain issues, particularly with my periods. My periods were getting worse and worse and worse. I talked about this a little bit on Instagram stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram, we just live in a world like, oh, that's that time of the month. Oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain. Like it's just that time of the month and it sucks. And I'm just down for the count for like however many days. And okay, which I understand because that was literally me. We just normalized that it's normal to have a super, super painful period. And what I really didn't understand is that there are things that you can do to support your body and your hormones. And I just didn't know. I wish somebody would have told me. I just had no idea. I was experiencing all these symptoms. So I'll put up some of the things that I was experiencing. But yeah, I was experiencing all of these things to like 10 out of 10, like I was at a 12. I got to the point this summer where I was like, you know what? I just can't, I don't want to live like this anymore. I realized that I really needed to start helping out my hormones. And when I dove into that, I realized how much our hormones are interconnected with our metabolism. For me, I realized that with my super painful, uncomfortable periods and with all the other symptoms that I was experiencing, I realized that it seemed from all of my reading that I was very, very estrogen dominant. And this seems to be that a lot of women experience this just because of the environment that we live in, you know, different diets that we're told and sold about. So it seemed like I was very estrogen dominant. And then also I had extremely low progesterone, which I already knew that because years and years ago, when I was chronically and constantly at the doctor because I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism after I struggled with binge eating because I just really messed up my metabolism, my gut. I really just messed up my overall health. In search of trying to perfect my body and be healthy, I became the most unhealthy. And that's the thing. That's why I share my story, is because I don't want, if you're there, if you're in that place, I just want you to know that you are beautiful and that our health is so much more than how we look. I had like 3 or 4, maybe even 5, I don't even know at this point, different doctors all tell me, you have such low progesterone. You have the lowest progesterone I've ever seen. If you ever try to get pregnant or, you know, getting pregnant is going to be basically impossible for you because your progesterone levels are so low. You'll have a very difficult, if not impossible, time getting pregnant. And then also, I was actually put on progesterone because my levels were so low. But at the time, I just really didn't make the connection. I just thought, well, I'm not trying to have a baby, so what does it matter? But really, it totally matters because every hormone affects like when one hormone's unbalanced, it's just, I just wish that somebody would have told me that, like, hey, it's not just about having a baby, like this is about your health and your progesterone should not be this low. Let's boost it so that you can feel your best. And yes, so that you can be fertile ultimately. Everyone's always like, when are you gonna have a baby? And so I was really thinking about next year is our 5-year. We've always said, you know, 5 years is kind of like, and then we'll start like, you know, trying to have kids, whatever. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to just get to next year and be like, oh, well, I have really low progesterone, but I want to have a kid now. And I haven't been, you know, actively helping my body to produce progesterone and getting my hormones in balance. And I really wanted to just start with, okay, here's the problem. My periods are a huge problem right now. Let's see what I can do about this, because ultimately I know that if I can, you know, help support estrogen detoxification, if I am estrogen dominant and help do certain things to boost my progesterone. Ever since this past summer, I've been actively working to detox excess estrogen and boost my progesterone and really support my hormones by supporting my metabolism, by fueling and nourishing my body. And I wanted to see if I could do that through this. None of this is medical advice. I'm not telling you what you should do, but it definitely worked because this cycle, this past cycle that I just had, I had the first basically 99.99%. It was, there's like, I wouldn't even call it pain. It was just like, oh, there's like, I can feel that it's like I'm on my period. You know what I mean? Like I could just feel something, but it wasn't pain. If you're like me and you just don't know, like you just think it's normal, I just want to say like I experienced my first pain-free period. Here's what I did. I went to edit this video and I realized that it cut me off when I was literally telling you the exact steps that I was doing. Oh, the chlorophyll, I forgot. So here we are a few days later. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna go over exactly the exact steps that I took to detox estrogen and boost my progesterone. Overall, just help out my hormones and metabolism, as I talked about. Just remember that everything is interconnected. Your metabolism, your hormones, your thyroid, progesterone. It's not like, okay, I did this one thing just for having pain-free periods or having like better periods, if you will, because everything is interconnected. So when I'm talking about protein, you might be like, Cambria, what are you talking about? What do you mean you like focus on eating protein to help your periods? And that's exactly what I mean, is that your liver, your thyroid, everything is interconnected, your metabolism, your hormones, everything is interconnected. And remember, your thyroid and your liver rely on amino acids for proper function, and your liver is going to help estrogen detoxification, which is what we want for our hormones to help out our cycles and our periods and everything. So again, when I'm saying all this, just remember that it's all like, you can't separate. You can't be like, okay, this section, okay, thyroid, okay, periods, okay, you know what I mean? Like, we're all interconnected. So it isn't just like A, B, C. Your sleep is connected with your hormones, your stress levels, like there's so much more. Like, but I will say that these things are, just a really good way to support helping out your hormones, if that makes sense. The first thing that I did was focus again on nutrition. So focus on supporting my metabolism through getting enough protein and carbs. So protein is like 1 and carbs are 2, but together is like, you know what I mean? But I'll go into each of them. So the first thing is protein. Your thyroid and your liver, they rely heavily on amino acids for, proper function basically. So we really want to make sure that we're getting enough bioavailable protein. So for me, that looks like, bone broth, gelatin, organic grass-fed beef. For me, I do not count calories. I like to keep it simple for myself and just eat protein with every single meal and snack. And that way I can ensure that if I've eaten, 3 meals a day and a couple snacks every single day, I'm getting enough protein, especially if the meals are around 20 grams of protein and then the snacks are 10 to 15 grams of protein. That's like perfect. I know it's kind of a wide range, but like 70 to 100 grams of protein every day. But that is the first thing. The next thing, carbs. So carbohydrates and protein together really help out with your blood sugar balance. Again, lowering the stress, giving your liver the glucose that it needs through the carbohydrate. That is your body's glucose is your body's preferred fuel source. Your brain prefers glucose. And so if we don't give it glucose, basically if we're not eating carbohydrates or if we're doing like super low carb diets or anything like that, our body is literally created and wants and is asking and is saying, this is my preferred. Can I say preferred? Probably not. I want glucose. Like, please give me glucose. That's what your brain wants. That's what your cells need. Your cells run off of it. So we want to make sure that we are not depriving our bodies of carbohydrates, because if we're eating little to no carbs, our bodies will, if you don't give your body glucose, it will make glucose, which is called gluconeogenesis, which is very stressful to the body, which it just pulls from your amino acids, which is your protein, and it will actually use the protein for your fuel. And so we don't want to be doing that. We want to be giving the carbohydrates to our body to use it for energy, for fuel. And so that's the thing. Carbohydrates, carbs spare protein. So what that means is that if we are just eating protein and we're not eating any carbohydrates or little to no carbohydrates, the protein is going to be used as our fuel source, which we don't want. The carbs can be used by your body, and then your body can take the protein and actually rebuild and repair and do everything that it needs to do with the amino acids. And then the carbohydrates get used instead of the protein being depleted, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to explain it in a way that's really easy to understand. But, and this is the way that I kind of understand it, but basically you don't want your body to be taking from the protein because it has no carbs. Does that make sense? So carbs spare protein. I hope that makes sense. I love raw local honey, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. I love golden potatoes actually a lot. Orange juice, that's a super easily digestible carb. Fruit, obviously, of course. So the next thing that I did, number 3, is a raw carrot every single day. You've probably seen this in my what I eat videos, what I eat in a week. There is a reason that I eat a raw carrot every single day, and that me and Bo joke about it, and that raw carrot tops are decomposing on my nightstand and underneath the bed. And it's true. I've actually gotten a lot better, but I will say that a raw carrot consistently has really helped to support my hormones. So actually, I believe it's the carrot fibers that bind to endotoxins in your body. For detoxing that excess estrogen, a raw carrot every single day just really, really helps. Binds to this, I can't talk, binds to the endotoxins, and honestly keeps you regularly going to the bathroom, which is another thing. You can look at your bowel movements, and yes, we are going there because we're all humans and we all go poop. But basically you can see if you're not hydrated, if you're not eating enough fiber, you should be going to the bathroom every single day. A healthy bowel movement. I will not go into the details of what a healthy bowel movement is. I'm just gonna stop there. I don't want YouTube to like flag my videos for some weird stuff, okay? I'm just trying to help you without getting removed from YouTube. The next thing, we're gonna get into supplements. Every single supplement that I took, why I take it, and how it can potentially help you. So chlorophyll, this is the first thing. And by the way, none of this is sponsored, and I am gonna link every single thing down below. And the first one being chlorophyll. So this is the one that I use. This is the mint flavored one. I just got this because the unflavored one was sold out. I actually like the unflavored one more, which is really interesting. Chlorophyll is high in, so I take a tablespoon, I think I do like 1 tablespoon of the liquid chlorophyll every single day. I just pour it into a little bit of water and I just shoot it back, and that's pretty much it. And the magnesium and the copper inside of the chlorophyll is really gonna help out our amazing livers. And the next thing I did is grass-fed beef liver. This is actually empty. I had to order another bottle. I'm on like my 4th bottle of this. Now I'm giving some to Bo, and he is literally, it's helping him so much. I'm obsessed with this stuff. So grass-fed beef liver, this is the one that I use. I literally just get it off of Amazon. So grass-fed beef liver is extremely rich in B vitamins. The liver really needs B vitamins to help break down estrogen. This has been monumental. I am obsessed with this. I can't even believe I'm literally out of it. You know the weird, whatever the heck this is, this thing? The bioavailability of everything inside of the liver is just amazing because it is from a grass-fed beef liver. The source of it itself is a whole food source because it's liver. And so the bioavailability of all of those minerals is just incredibly high. So that's why I really, really like it. The next thing, this is something that I just recently really added in, magnesium oil. So this is absolutely amazing. This is just straight up pure magnesium oil, and I spray this on my body before I go to bed. It can be kind of itchy. We live in a very stressful world. We get stressed out in traffic. We get stressed out about deadlines. We get stressed out about our Zoom meeting thing that doesn't work. We get stressed out by not getting enough sleep. We can be stressed out by not getting enough food, not getting enough nourishment. Like, it's pretty incredible just how easily that magnesium is used and depleted really in our bodies because we live in such a stressful environment, a stressful relationship, a stressful job, a stressful anything that's causing stress, even if it's a lack of sleep or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Anything that's stressful can come in, stressed can come in lots of different forms. But so you can do Epsom salt baths. You don't have to do this if it's going to be too itchy for you. Or you can start with like a few sprays and then kind of work your way up. And that will really, really help to support your body getting magnesium. Okay, I'll also show you more things to help out the liver. I take this, it's called Liver Life. I take one of these little dropperfuls every single day along with the Chlorofresh. Another thing that I take is probiotics. So this particular probiotic is my favorite. Again, this video is not sponsored at all, but the Just Thrive spore-based probiotic is incredible. I love this probiotic. Again, we're going back to detoxification and we're going back to bowel movements. So we want to be regularly going to the bathroom every single day, and this is really good. So this is what I take. I take one of these every single morning and I love it. Another thing I do is B Complex 12 from Thorne. The grass-fed beef liver is going to be like the #1 because again, the bioavailability. Anyway, Won't get into all the boring stuff, but I just like both because I'm really just trying to support my body, and I really, really like Thorne. I like their brand. I just like everything about them. So that's another one that I take. Okay, and then I'll go through really rapid fire things that I also did just to help support my metabolism and hormones. And the first thing is not drinking coffee anymore on an empty stomach. The way that I like to think about it is like you don't want to push down the gas pedal in your car without any fuel in your tank. And that's kind of like what having coffee does to your body when you don't have any food in the tank. You know what I'm saying? I feel so much better drinking my coffee. I don't get the jitters. I don't feel like a little bit of anxiousness. I feel so good when having my coffee. So that's the first thing. The next thing is I never train fasted anymore. I do not do fasted workouts because working out demands a lot of energy on your body, and working out is a stressor to the body. So we want to be providing our body with the fuel that it needs to perform such a high demanding activity. We don't want to be increasing stress by not giving our body the fuel that it needs to perform the activities that you are asking it to do in your workout. We want to keep stress low. So we want to make sure that we are not creating more stress or making the body work harder than it needs to. It has really helped my recovery. It's really amazing. So that's another thing. And then again, eating every 3 to 4 hours to keep my blood sugar stable. And then going to bed at a really good time, ideally around like 10 o'clock, really making sure that you're getting enough sleep. Sleep is a foundation just for everything. And another thing is getting good sunlight, like watching your light. So wearing blue light glasses before you go to bed, getting up and getting light into your eyes will really help with your circadian rhythm. So when you wake up in the morning, just going outside for just a minute or so, just getting light into your eyeballs. First thing in the morning, having your breakfast or coffee outside in your backyard or whatever, using a salt lamp at night, as you can see my wonderful little salt lamp on, using that as like my light at night. Okay, my final thing I'll say with training is that I really focused on doing training that is like not too high intensity. So if a workout is making you feel exhausted after you're done doing the workout, that is doing an hour super high intensity workout. You really got to make sure that you are fueling your body properly. You want to be making sure that you are eating enough food if you're going to be training at a high intensity. Okay, my card filled up, so we're back. That's actually why I created my workout program, because I wanted workouts that were going to support my health, not deplete me, if that makes sense. While at the same time, strengthening my core. That's the thing. There's so much information out there, do you have to do this and you have to do this. And the reality is, if you are not sleeping well and if you're not giving your body proper nourishment, you got to be really wise about your workouts, because they could really deplete you if you're already in kind of a depleted state, if that makes sense. And having enough rest days too. So yeah, that's actually literally why I created Inner Strength, the workout program that I made, because I was looking for something that was going to support my metabolism, my body, my hormones, everything, not just, a crazy workout program that didn't really make any sense. Like, it's very detailed down to the reps, the sets, like everything. Like, I'm so particular about it. They don't deplete me. They make me feel good. They make me feel energized and yet relaxed at the same time, and like just toned. I feel great. I really do. But more than anything, you guys know that it's ultimately like we have to just shift our eyes away from the mirror. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things that has helped me in my health journey, is that we have to remember that health is not just about what we look like. Be gentle with yourself, be gracious with yourself, and remember that it's not your fault that we live in a world that bombards us with look a certain way and all this information and like, I don't know what to do. You're doing amazing. I love you. And definitely let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you want me to go deeper into a certain, training or supplements or food. I don't know. Whatever you want, I'm here to help you and support you, because I love you so stinking much. You are amazing. You are so capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. And I love you so much. God made you beautiful. Don't listen to anybody who tells you otherwise. You're doing fabulous. I love you so much. That is everything that I did to ultimately be at a place where my periods are so happy, because I really detoxed that excess estrogen and helped my body to boost progesterone. I feel so much better.
I've been on my way up, now it's really far down. think I'll feel it when I hit the ground. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. You're the only sunset that I'll never forget. Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best yet. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
I'm gonna link every single thing in the description box, all the supplements, the workout program, every single thing. I got you. I'm here to help you. So check out the description box and don't forget to ding the post notification bell so that you can be notified when I post a new video for you. Love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
My bad. When I wake up, you're not next to me. Guess I'm missing all your energy. That's all I want.